Dr. Malone, not too many days go by in a row where some client or prospective client doesn't mention to me that they think they have a pinched nerve. And I know that's sort of layman's terms for a nerve injury. But many of the videos that we've done on car wreck related injuries center around herniated disc or disc injuries. Obviously all of those diagnoses can eventually impact nerves, right? Mm-hmm. And if any nerve is pushed or crimped or pinched, I guess generally speaking that's a pinched nerve injury. So tell us what kind of nerve damage type injuries can you get from a car wreck, deceleration injury, or deceleration type injury, and what those usually look like or manifest.
Sure. So the big class that this all falls into is neuropathy. Okay. So everybody knows someone who says, "Oh, my neuropathy's acting up today," or whatever. That's a chronic medical condition, associated with diabetes, things like that. You can also get neuropathy from trauma. So it'd be a pinched nerve, like Joe said, where there's compression of the nerve somewhere along the track from the spinal cord down to your hand or your toe, wherever it's supposed to be relaying signals back and forth, okay? You can also get a stretch injury from like whiplash or deceleration, where maybe there's nothing pinching on it, but that stretch was enough to irritate that electrical signal. And then laceration, which we hope to never see, but that is where a complete disruption of the signal, and it can hurt, it can cause loss of sensation. So the easiest way that I think of this in my own mind, and I hope that maybe it's easier to grasp, is we all have some sort of a mobile phone, like an iPhone, right? I replace my cord more than I replace my phone. Why? The cord goes bad, okay? So the cord goes bad, maybe it's lacerated, the cat chewed through it, okay? That's the laceration. If the cord is being pinched between your bedpost and your nightstand, that's the impingement, okay? And that can happen up in the neck. So, or in the in the lumbar spine, where you get like a disc injury, a slip disc pushing on the spinal root. And so that, you don't fix the nerve, you fix what's pushing on it. So that's when you'd be seeing someone who specializes in spinal surgery, an orthopedic surgeon, a neurosurgeon, who can decompress the nerve. So a lot of times when you hear, "Oh, I had spinal decompression," they're decompressing the nerve, okay? And the nerve is what you're feeling bad about. Maybe the disc doesn't hurt, but the nerve does.
The good news is some of these nerve injuries can be temporary, right? Yeah. You can have a temporary nerve damage from swelling, for instance, after a car wreck. So you can have swelling in your lumbar or cervical spine or thoracic spine that can actually cause, the swelling itself can actually cause the crimping or the pressing against the nerve. Once the swelling dies down 2 or 3 weeks after the wreck, then the temporary symptoms, nerve symptoms that you have, go away. But many times those temporary nerve symptoms are permanent because the anatomy has changed based on the impact. The disc is actually moved and permanently moved, so now it's actually pressing in a permanent fashion against the nerve or the nerve roots or the nerve extensions or the joints. And so if you have a nerve injury that is not one of those transitory type nerve injuries, it is likely, very well could be a permanent nerve injury, because if it's something that has changed anatomically by moving around in your back or neck, short of surgery, short of some type of interventional pain medicine type treatment, you're not going to get a lot of relief from that. So on a permanent basis, at least. Is that right? Yeah,
and to your point, we're designed, our spinal column where all the nerve roots exit is designed to really not have anything else in there.
Right.
So it's a very small defined passage, and so when there's some inflammation or an offset of that passage, that's what Joe's referencing, where if you can fix the inflammation of the offset, then your symptoms may get better, but you're not going to go in there and say, "I need to reroute this nerve." Okay, that's not how it works. So you treat the underlying cause, and sometimes it can be to the point where you've done everything you can and there's still some offset there. That's the chronic part, where you're going to require ongoing therapy, whether it's injections or manipulations, or seeing your doctor to say, "Hey, let's maintain good posture and keep what we have going."
Right. So if you're involved in a car wreck and you have this overall diagnosis of pinched nerves, or you hear that somewhere, either in the ER, or you feel that that's what's going on, you need to contact a lawyer. We're here for you with that kind of stuff. You can find us on the web at zarzarlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you very much.